we've talked about Dennis McCann, obviously new signing, very well-known amateur from Repton Club, esteemed club that it is. Just tell us a little bit about him, maybe we can even bring him in.
Yeah.
That's your cue, Dennis.
Yeah,
Now, he looks about 14, but I'm sure that's not the case. Just tell us a little bit about him, and then we'll pass over to the man himself.
We'll let you spar him first, and you can tell who looks at full. Yeah, so Dennis is like a 9-time national champion for Repton. I was told about him about a year ago. I said to Brad, who's the kid to look out for? And he said, Dennis McCann. He said he's special. You know, and I didn't take much notice. And he's a friend of ours, Mickey Burke, who's turned pro, who's from Repton, a multinational champion as well. So when Dennis started coming to the gym about 6 months ago, you know, I think he's the whole package. I've never seen anything like it. He's so spiteful.
What weight will he be competing as a pro?
Well, he was at super-fly, which he's probably slightly outgrown a little bit, and maybe that's a decision of turning professional. You know, it's 52s and then it's 56 as an amateur, and I think he's caught in between. But he's young, so he's going to need to grow. He's super fit, you know, you have to hold him back a little bit. So for me, he sells himself well. He's got more character than, you know, as big as Ricky Houghton, that type of, you know, enjoyment around him. So I just think he's got everything. I think, you know, we're really, really lucky to have him at the gym.
Just to point out before I switch to Dennis, even if he was 14, he'd still smash me in sparring. That's no barometer for like how talented someone is. Dennis, how old are you?
18.
What made now the right time for you to turn pro? Why not stay amateur a bit longer, get more international experience, that kind of thing?
Because I've been to Russia, I've been to Bulgaria, I've been to quite a few countries. I beat Ukrainians, Hungarians, Irish youth Olympians, beat world number 3s, silver Commonwealth, a year older than me. I beat everyone. I've done everything as an amateur, everything. All I've got to wait for is the senior IBAs and caught up in 2 weights really.
Or the Olympics, no interest?
People have different goals in life, and my goal is, I've watched pro boxing all my life. My goal has always been to be professional. I've done this to be professional, to get me to the next step. I want to take the next step in my career. The amateurs a bit bore me now, to be honest. I've beaten everyone. I ain't lost in about 4 years. I've had 50 fights as an amateur, 4 losses, 16 stoppages. No one in England's ever done that as at my weight category. No one in England. I've stopped national champions in style as well. I ain't had a split decision fight in about 3 years either. I dominated. I don't just win it, I stop them or I win unanimously. So that's it really.
And just tell us a bit about how you first got into boxing, whereabouts you're based.
I used to live in Kent, then I moved to Birmingham, trained in the whole green gym by Tommy Cheney.
Yeah, it's interesting, yeah. They're going to be in opposite corners on April 27th, yeah.
Great trainer Tommy Cheney was. He trained me as a kid, 11 years old. Then I moved to Kent, to Rumble's gym. Yeah. I was at Rumble's gym in the beginning. Then I moved.
Sevenoaks, is it, Rumble's gym?
No, it's in Sittingbourne, that's it.
Sittingbourne, that's it.
By Charlie Rumble, I was trained by him when I was a baby as well. And then I went to Repton, and I won all my titles at Repton. I've never lost actually for Repton. Ever lost a fight for Repton. I lost it internationally, like in different countries against the home fighters. We all know what happens when you go to home fighters. But that's about me.
Are you back in Kent now?
Yeah, I live in Maidstone, Kent. Yeah.
I live in Snodland. I'm right near.
Right near me, yeah.
You drive to the gym on a Wednesday then?
I need to get a car first. He provides the car, I'll do the driving, yeah.
I travel like 2 hours to the gym since I'm 11, 10 years old. We used to sneak off away from my mum and dad, and used to look wherever I was, leave a backpack in my back, sneak in the middle of London I also moved to Oxfordshire as well. We used to get a train 2 hours to the Repton, 2 hours home, get back at maybe 10 o'clock at night, leave at 3:30. And my mum and dad would come back, where am I? Probably get a little smack when I get back. They didn't know I was going boxing until I told them I was about 11.
So you came back with a black eye one day and couldn't explain it.
Yeah. My brother was a good fighter as well. He had 13 fights as an amateur and only lost 1, schoolboy champion. That I've always watching him all my life as well, and he basically gave me the desire to box as well. Really.
So given how far you used to train to the gym, now you've only got to go to the iBox in Bromley. Is that why you picked Alan Smith as a trainer? Just convenience, locality? It's
not about driving. I'll drive 10 hours to the gym if I have to. I bond with Al. He helped me out a lot, and him as an amateur, he's training me as well for the youth ABAs. And I bond with him. I have a bond with him. He's like a trainer. He's like my mate as well at the same time.
I imagine you get good sparring in that gym as well, with the likes of Jake Petit, Dan Carr.
Yeah, very good sparring. Jake Petit, very, very good fighter. Very tricky. And Danny Carsey's very decent fighter as well, very good fighter, unbeaten, both of them. Yeah, great sparring.
When can we expect him to make his debut, Al?
He wants his tomorrow, but obviously we're going to announce his promotional deal next week, which will be big, and he wants to get out ASAP, so he's obviously just been licensed by the board. He wants to be out by May.
We'll assume he's with Frank, otherwise he might not have been allowed in.
Yeah, I hope so. That's what we're going to say. So yes, we're here to see Frank today. But yeah, so May and July, I want to keep him busy. He knows he's got to be patient. But you know, I think with his style, he's aggressive. You know, slightly, you know, like Edwin Valero, with a little bit more finesse about it.
No pressure, Edwin Valero comparisons.
Yeah, when he said what I box like, I showed him. He said, "That's me." But, you know, but obviously a bit smarter.
But not what finished him off, obviously. let's hope for a more happy ending.
Yeah. So I would like to see him out in May straight away. You know, like I say, we've got another kid, Mickey Burke, who's a student pro, so we'll be out in June hopefully. So 2 young fighters to carry us through.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you both the very best of luck, both on the 27th and when you make your debut as well, and we'll look forward to watching you. Cheers, guys.